back on the camera high, boy.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Los Angeles Rams. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. 15-1. 15 left.
Let's go, defense. Our top. It's our two.
On 1st and 10, Jones. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Grant. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Go, go. Be ready, be ready. Hey, Delta.
Mike 51.
Now Jones being chased out left and avoids the contact by sliding. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
Hey!
58.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
On the ready.
58, 58, Mike. Hey, check. Strong right, strong.
Jones now off the bootleg. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Samson Abuka. He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Jones. And the pressure gets to him again. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 32-yard line.
Go.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
180.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check.
Goff on 3rd down. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Check 50, check 50.
Value 1. Value 3. Value 3.
Just beating the play clock is Goff. And this is going to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Let's get that ball right here. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
Shell.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Back to throw, Goff. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Aaron Donald in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
64, weak.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
61, match box. Go.
Jones on third down. It's caught. Shepard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards, good for a giant first down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Check safety, check safety. Shit.
On second down, here's Barkley. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
18 Gator. Check 24, check 24. Protein spill. Ready?
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Throwing, Jones. Throw left side, complete. It's Grant. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Get on the quick right here. Watch 81, watch 81. Let's go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. A loss of 2 there, second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
Now gone. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line. Looking for Woods that time. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Check.
Good.
58.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game, because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Maverick. Check 4. You. 44.
On first down, it's Gurley. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
That's another Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Super one.
51's the mic.
On first down, gone. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Joe Juan Williams. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Watch 9, watch 9. 9, sweet up.
49, check 49, check 49.
Here's Jones, operating from the gun. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Check 26, check 26.
Ric Flair.
From the end zone, Goff. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Now a 1st down throw. Gone. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, LA. Brandon Cooks, 79 yards, and the Rams have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
They'll bring out 4 receivers, 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Dante Fowler able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They'll keep it on the ground again here. They find some open field here. 34 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 34 yards. First down, Giants.
So they are going to call on Dan Bailey here. His career long is 56 yards done in Seattle. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Go!
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hold on. Check. You draw corpus. Y'all playing the wrong football. Obama.
51's the mic.
Hey, Alpha.
Watch the screen.
Go, Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd.
You go night. Time to go night.
The final shot before break here. Goff. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way.
Robert Woods, the 20. Touchdown, LA. Robert Woods, his second touchdown of the night. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Get ready.
Giants take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
First down, New York.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Back to throw. Jones. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 yards and a giant first down. They'll run on first down. Barkley. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
All you
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones, pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Samson Abukum, his 2nd sack of the night.
Third and long.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
That's true.
That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out 1st downs and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him. That full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball out of the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
Goff's throw here finds Woods. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that play there and try and run over people.
Fofo's and Mike. Mike's Fofo.
Now Goff on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
They run. It's Gurley. A good positive play there, 9 yards, but still 3rd and long.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there,
Again they run with Gurley. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a 1st down. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career, and Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
Here's Goff. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 19-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Goff. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Taco Charlton able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. This one from 35 yards away. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Greg Zuerlein on for the field goal. A 35-yard attempt.
And Zuerlein's kick is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
That's it, baby. We got to work.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
80 weapons.
It's a party now.
They'll run it again with Barkley. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Now Saquon Barkley, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Now Jones throwing on 4th down. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards and a Giant first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Now it's Barkley. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
I got you, pop. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice.
And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Austin Safarian-Jenkins, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are back within a single score. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Let's see what you got.
Jones now from the gun, he'll throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing on 2nd down, Goff. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's right.
Anytime we have
That's
a
right.
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Let's go, defense. And who we got?
They're going to run it with Barkley. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Let's go. Take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
25, check 25.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Let's pick it up. Out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Another carry now for Gurley. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick. He's been decisive. And he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
That's another Rams first down.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
76, no, 76.
They try right side here. Gurley. 20. Todd Gurley. Wave goodbye. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are going to jump back in front.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
You can't block me. You can't block me. A left flare.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Aaron Donald in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. This may be one of the best stretches of defensive football that I've seen. I don't know about you. 5 sacks last week, now 3 here in this affair.
I would agree with that, and I've enjoyed watching the skill that's gone into it. You can see the intelligence behind it as well. He's watched tape, and he's setting people up, but relentless. That's the one word that keeps coming to mind. He does not want to be denied at getting to the quarterback.
And they're not denying it. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The Giants on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. He's back to throw. And Ingram holds it in. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. There defensively was John Johnson to knock it free. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He'll look to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 33.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
On the double. Hey, Charlie.
Strip that ball.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Nickel Roby-Coleman there defensively. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, well, I thought you were going on the field, but okay, I see you. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Come on,
Jones now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6. You 5.
Throwing again. Jones. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll run with Barkley. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Giants, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.